Welcome everybody. This is Last One y Nos Vamos podcast. Welcome to our show.
We're your hosts. I'm Fabi.
And I'm Jorge.
And we're back with episode 4, right?
Episode 4.
Yes, episode 4, you guys. Mm-hmm. It's exciting.
Yep.
It's growing little by little. We're starting to get more and more followers and people that are starting to subscribe and like the podcast. So that's always exciting. I'm glad that you guys are liking it, and we're always here to keep making content for you guys. It's been really fun. It's been really fun.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. Everybody who's commented and asked us questions. Thank you a lot. It's really motivating when we get like random messages saying that they like our show. It's really cool. So we appreciate you guys so much. Yes,
and for going towards the questions, as you guys know, the title of this episode, will be answering questions that you guys as our viewers had for us. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. And honestly, we do want to give a little special shout out to, who do you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, to my boy Marco. My boy Marco back in Denver. Big shout out to you. He sent me a message and he's the inspiration behind this video, honestly. So shout out to him. He messaged me and he asked me some really good questions that we're gonna dig into here in a little bit.
Yeah, it's actually kind of worked out because we already had something planned for this video.
Yeah.
But it almost was like, no, this is a better idea. Right. So I'm really, thankful that you did that. And I think I only met you one time, but even then I think it was just like 3 seconds, honestly. Right. Yeah, I met you at a party, but cool. Maybe we'll meet later on. When we go to Denver again.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be cool. So. But
but I hope you guys had a great weekend, and let's get straight to the video. You wanna answer some questions?
Yes, of course. Yeah. And of course, at the end, we're gonna just say a couple words for the holiday that's coming up, which is Thanksgiving, as everybody knows. So we're going to answer some questions, and then towards the end of the video, we are going to speak a little bit about what's going to go down on Thursday, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
And then just kind of talk a little bit about what we have to say in a good way, like give thanks and things like that. Alrighty,
sure.
So
all right.
How do you want to do this, babe? You want to take turns?
So hold on, look. So let's answer Marco's first.
Okay, you want to answer his questions first?
Yes, I want to answer his first, since he was the inspiration behind this.
Do you want me to read, like you read one, I read one, or do you want to read all of his and then we just kind of take turns on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he asked me questions about some were for me, and then he says when it's for both. But honestly, we can answer it both.
Okay. Like I guess it depends on the question. Maybe if it's more directed towards you, then you can answer it.
Okay, I got you. Let me pull up his question really quick. Yeah, like most of these are like good questions for you as well. So shout out my boy Marco again. You're a real one.
And really quickly, we did ask you guys to send us anonymous questions. So we're going to be speaking. Yes, we're going to be speaking on his name because he sent these direct questions to us.
All right.
But then the other ones we are going to keep anonymous, and we actually don't even know who sent it, like legit. So
yeah.
So, it's just going to be like, just look out, keep an eye out for your question. Maybe you asked and we answered. So
we'll answer everything that we got.
Yes.
For sure. Okay, so the first question that he wants to ask us is, what inspired you to lift weights? Start lifting weights. So if you want to, I'll hand it to you so you can answer it first. Yeah, go ahead and say your first.
Honestly, as you knew, to make it really short and sweet, as I was attending school, it's always been like PE or like maybe doing some kind of sport like volleyball, track, something, right?
Right.
They even did times where you had to like do stuff in the weight room, at least for girls. I think it was like until middle school when I was doing some things. I'm not quite sure when exactly, but I do remember that we had like a time period where we would have to go into the actual gym to work out. And I remember doing like chest press and squats. But like I said, I'm not sure what this was. I think they called it like off season. Remember how whenever there was sports, or I don't know how your school worked, but for us, whenever there was sports, depending on what season it was, if it was like track season, because I was in track, I think that's why I was in track for like, I think for like one race, y'all. But that's a story for another day.
I didn't know you were in track.
Yeah, in middle school I was in track. I did long distance, and I think that's when I first started working out. But again, that was like I got a taste of what it's like to be at the gym. But it wasn't like, okay, yeah, it's the 7th grade, I'm gonna like get to it. No.
Right.
But basically, whenever it was track season, we were like practicing and everything, and then we would have like a time period that was called off season. And that's when they would take us into the weight room and we would have to do like weights and stuff. But at least that's kind of where I got a taste. And so, yeah, fast forward to after college and I met you and everything.
Right.
So I had already liked like how the gym, like weightlifting or like the weight room, it wasn't as like scary to me since I had already seen it when I was younger. I was like, oh, like I kind of do remember this kind of stuff. But... So, yeah, like, I know for a lot of women, like, walking into a gym, especially, like, once you're, like, older, like, now it's not like school where it's a requirement to go do PE or something, like physical activity. Now you have to, like, search for it on your own if you want to do it. So that's why, like, for me, when I first walked into the gym, I wasn't scared of the actual weight room. But because I was starting to work out with you, I was a little more, like, embarrassed because I hadn't, like, worked out like that in a long time. So... when I first went in there, I started doing cardio. I was just running a lot. And I remember you would be like, no, like you can do squats or like do these arm workouts and like all this stuff. But I just didn't do it because I was embarrassed. But then, long story short, I think once we started dating for about a month or two, and I was like, okay, yeah, like I've done cardio enough. I'm ready to like start lifting weights because I had ended up getting like really skinny. And like, sure, it's cool, but I didn't like the skinny I was. I wanted to like already start building like my body, kind of have more like of a form, a shape, right? So honestly, it was just for that. I liked the fact that I had kind of like gotten my weight down, you can say, and I just wanted to like, ahora sí, focus on like building my body and like forming it. I think it's the best way to put it. I wouldn't say like tone it, but just kind of like start working on my body to see more progress and strength. Not just like cardio. Yeah. And that was really just it for me. I was ready to like take that step. So it's not really like as inspirational as your story is. But yeah, ever since then, like I just liked it and I wasn't scared of it. And so I was like, I like this. I like going to the gym and it's cool. Like, and once I started seeing little results here and there, even just from like my baby steps, it was like really rewarding. Like I actually enjoyed doing that. So it just kind of stuck with me. I think ever since I was literally, I think like 17 going into 18, that's when I started. Yeah. And now I've been on this on and off journey as we already spoke about. But now it's going to be like, okay, yeah, like I'm ready to get like serious, you know? Yeah. Yeah. But you tell your story. Sorry.
Yeah, let me tell my story. Let me check a question real quick on your phone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me see. Let me check. Okay. Yeah, so the next question is going to be... So the second question that he had... what is my story?
You need to answer your question.
Yeah, what inspired me to start lifting weights? That's the second question. But let's go into a quick little break, and I'll be right back to answer that. So, so to go back to that first question of what inspired me to lift weights, basically for me... It was, you know what? I'm going to kind of dig deep right here. And this is probably going to get Marco mad. Yeah. So this took a turn. Yeah. I don't think I ever told you this, but basically what inspired me to lift weights was while I was during baseball season. I kind of had like this shift where I wasn't working out. I was just running. I used to run a lot, like 5 miles, 6 miles every other day. So I used to be a runner. And I was really, really skinny. And basically one day I just got tired of being skinny. And I started hitting the gym. My mom, she had like a little setup in the basement where she had like a treadmill, a punching bag, and some weights. And I started lifting weights right there. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
One of my friends, he started training me in the basement. And that's kind of where it started. That was like the catalyst to... me stepping into the gym for the first time. And that was all during baseball season. I was going and everything. I started liking it. And I set myself a goal where, like I was going to go and by far that was the most dedicated I ever been from that point to like 2 years after is when I was going like consistently. That's when I got like skinny to buff in 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah.
So, but that's basically so. But what inspired me was honestly, I just wanted to get bigger. You know what I mean?
So kind of like that same feeling and that I had where it's like, okay, yeah, like I'm skinny.
Yeah.
But like I want.
But that's not good enough.
Right.
You know, like I wanted to challenge myself, and I actually quit baseball.
Is that what's gonna make Marco mad?
Yeah, that's what's gonna
I'm
make
like, you
baseball.
never touched on
So
that.
honestly, I quit baseball so I can focus going to the gym.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So big fucking twist point, you know. So
Plot
like I
twist.
really wanted to just focus on lifting weights, honestly, and so I quit baseball to lift weights, and that's what inspired me to lift weights.
Yeah.
Is just wanting to be bigger, being stronger, just trying to be dedicated to myself.
So with that being said, I have a question. Do you
For me?
regret it?
Quitting baseball is the only thing in my life that I regret, because that season we were doing really, really good, and I was doing really good still, like stat wise. I had at some point in that season I was leading in RBIs and hits and stolen bases since I was leadoff. And so I was doing really, really good. And I think I had like a slump. It was like you know what a slump is in baseball?
No.
So a slump is like, it happens to the best.
Like when you can't.
Like where you just can't hit the ball. You can't, like everything's not going your way. So that happened for like I would keep in mind, I was having a really good season.
Yeah.
For 7 games. But I don't know, just 1 game, 2 game was enough to like dismotivate me, honestly. And then I got it into the gym, and it started like motivating me to do that. So I started going to the gym instead, and that's why I quit baseball. But I do regret quitting. I do. I feel like a quitter. And like to this day, I still tell myself like that's the only thing I'm ever gonna quit after that. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like anything.
Like you don't want to have any more regrets?
Like I don't want to have any more regrets, and I don't want to quit on anything else. Like I don't want to go back like, damn, I wish I should have finished that.
Right.
So I guess I can use that as a leverage point in my life where like no, like don't quit, you know, keep going, because who knows what could have happened. I probably would have been playing college ball, you know. Right. So it's weird, but when life happens how it's supposed to be.
Exactly. So yeah. At the end of it.
That's just it is what it is. That's how it was. And then we got, you want to go into the next question, or you want to add something else?
No, that was all I wanted to ask.
That's all you wanted to know? Since
you had brought up like that topic, I wanted to see what else you had to say on it.
Okay. So he also asked us the other question, second question now.
Okay.
What kind of diets do you follow? What do you eat? And do you have cheat days? You want to answer?
So, okay, yes. Honestly, right now we're starting to try and get back into our routine. There was a time in our lives where we were like eating clean. He was like the king of eating clean. I wasn't. I wasn't really doing that because I was even struggling to track a tomato, and he's like, it's not that deep. But to me, it was that deep. Like I wanted to know everything, but so I just didn't really do it. Honestly, I just kind of like did portion control from like my eyesight or my point of view. But basically, like if I was eating pork, I know it has more fat. If I'm eating chicken, it's lean, like things like that, right? So honestly, I just kind of do portion control. So probably not the best way to like really get serious in the gym. We would like to meal plan, and meal plan especially would be like following all your macros?
Your macros.
Like how much protein you should be having, carbs, fats, all that. So, I mean, we once did it, but right now in current day, we're not going to lie to you, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
But we are looking to finally start that maybe in a week or 2, right? Like that's our goal.
Yeah, we do want to start doing that.
And cheat days, honestly, I think we're trying to hold ourselves a little more accountable on that. In the sense of even just having like a little dessert at the end, even if it's like ice cream, like nothing crazy. Yeah. Or like a bag of popcorn. But like sometimes I feel like I've always told Jorge, I think that when your body really wants it, I mean, like it's not bad. Like it's not going to like do you wrong if you get it. But it can't be like an everyday thing like, oh, it's because I really want it, you know?
Yeah.
It like, yeah. Like sometimes I do have to limit myself. Like today, I'm not going to lie. I was hungry. It was like 1 p.m. and I'm like, I'm going to go buy a bag of hot Cheetos, and then on my way to work to go get you. No, I didn't get it. Okay. That was my point. Like I had to just stay strong and be like, no, I'm literally driving to go get some food. Why would I do that to myself?
You know what that's called?
Discipline.
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 And winning a battle in your head.
Yeah.
It really is.
But it is.
really
It is.
Yeah.
But I mean, best believe I haven't had any like a snack like that this week. So I'm in deservance of it. Is that even a word?
Deservance of it? Yeah.
Okay.
Like you, yeah.
But you answer your side of the question.
Yeah. So for me, honestly, I don't have a diet. I don't follow a diet. To be honest, I used to when I was first starting to lift and I was getting lean and everything. But keep in mind, I was a senior in high school. Like, I wasn't doing much. You know, I was just going to work, and that's all I did. Just go to work, go to school. So I had so much time to meal plan. I used to eat chicken and rice and fish. That's all I ate. So I planned everything out really perfectly, and I was able to track. But honestly, right now, with all the business and all this stuff, crazy stuff going on, honestly, I don't do that. I don't track my macros. But it is something that we do want to start getting into for sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
But right now, no. And cheat days, not necessarily we have cheat days. Like, we try to eat healthy, whole foods, chicken, meat, rice, vegetables, you know, like we don't go out and eat junk food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like loaded potatoes with cheese and bacon. Like, we don't eat stuff like that. Like, we try to eat
that wouldn't
whole.
be something regular, but definitely like he said, it would be a cheat day if like that's what he means. Like, if you're not on the regular doing that, but then like that one day you do.
That's
yes,
true.
of
That
course,
is true.
of course. Like, I'm not gonna like. Of course, that's human nature. There's gonna be a day where you're like, you know what, just today, let me go have one. But one thing we do say is if you have a cheat day, it should really just be a cheat meal, not like the whole day I'm gonna go crazy and get a dessert, get like a big breakfast and then a big dinner, because at the end of the day, then comes the next day where you're supposed to be clean and you just feel like trash. Honestly,
yeah,
it really drains you. So we do kind of try and do that, where if we're gonna have a cheat day, just make it like one cheat meal, and even if it's your biggest meal, you know, go at it.
Yeah.
But it's just like not do it constant, like the whole day, throw it out the window.
And try for all you guys listening, try to not stress too much when you're first starting to work out on following your macros and all that. It's just stress. You're already starting to go to the gym, beginning to start to go to the gym. Don't worry about your macros. Just eat right, eat whole foods, eat chicken, start going. You're gonna see results.
Yeah, and I also think that that's a good point to make, because at the end of the day, when you're first starting to work out, aside from like the pain you're feeling because you're sore and everything,
right,
you already kind of feel like a little unmotivated, or it's a little hard to like find that motivation because you're like, oh, I'm so weak, or I'm out of shape. Like, sometimes
it's
those
tough.
thoughts, come into your mind when you're trying to finally get started. Because it's all just a mind game. You just have to know that in 5 weeks from that day that you're feeling like that, it's gonna be a different story. It's gonna be
way different story.
So that's a good point to make, because at least if you're already a month in working out, okay, ahora sí, try and look at it little by little, because I went down that stress hole, and don't do it.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Don't do it, because I was like, oh
do I recommend it? I do. But first, I mean, we're just starting, go into the gym first.
Like, establish your
and stay motivated.
Base.
Stay motivated. It's okay. Don't look at how you feel right now. How are you gonna feel a year after doing this? You know, that's how you should be seeing stuff now. How do you feel right now? In week, I can't even lift this. No.
Right, and I think I also heard one time where it was saying how you should try and focus on building your strength, not really focusing on how you're looking. So that's another tip. But really quickly, we're gonna go on a break, and we'll be right back. So go ahead and ask question 3, babe.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and okay. So the third question was, this is a really good question. What's your go-to song when you're trying to hit the next personal record?
Ooh,
your next PR.
Okay, that's a good question.
That is a good song.
And keep in mind, I kind of knew a little bit about these questions that were coming in, but honestly, not really. Because Jorge, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but when I ask him to tell me things, he just kind of gives me like an overview, not like a really like specific detail.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, no, he'll just be like, oh yeah, I was asked 5 questions and we should answer. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm like, oh, what were they about? And then he can be like, oh, just a little bit of working out, this and this. So that's why, like, right now I'm like actually like, oh, that's cool that he's asking that, because I never heard it the first time I asked him. Yeah. But anyways, okay.
But yeah, what's your go-to song? Only one. Because he's saying, what's your go-to song?
Dang.
So not songs, but song.
That's kind of hard to answer, because Honestly, I think that now that before I started a podcast, I was listening to podcasts, and now even more I'm listening to podcasts to kind of get ideas, like improve on our podcast and things that we can do differently. But a song.
Please don't tell me you listen to a podcast for your next. Like that would be your go-to?
No. That's what I was
Okay.
trying to say with that. I'm sorry. Is that like since I haven't been listening to music as often right now, I don't really know like to say like, okay,
Yeah.
this is my song.
Well, just name a song. Like
Okay,
your
but
hype
honestly,
girl-
I think
hype
I
girl
don't
song.
have a song, but I have an artist, and I know that's gonna be like, girl, what? Like I wanted a song. I know.
Bad
I
Bunny?
know. No,
Oh,
it's
cool.
Drake. Sorry.
Oh yeah, she loves Drake. Yeah,
I love
she
Drake.
does
I'm
love
sorry
Drake.
because I feel like yes, I like Bad Bunny, especially like when I'm having like a good day. I'll be dancing in the gym. Jorge knows that I actually be dancing in the
Yeah,
gym,
she do be dancing.
especially when no one's watching me. But anyways,
Yeah.
but especially I would say that like when I'm really feeling motivated, like I'm trying to hit that next PR, is like that's like a perfect example. That's when I listen to Drake. Honestly.
Yeah, you do listen to Drake a lot.
So
You
sorry, it's not a specific song, but it's Drake.
Yeah.
You?
You done?
Yes.
Okay. So for me, I just want to say right off the bat that I'm not your typical
Lil
Mexican.
Uzi.
No, not Lil Uzi. Yeah, I used to like Lil Uzi, but I still like him. He's
No,
cool.
I'm just kidding. No.
But right off the back, I want to say like, I'm Latino and Mexican and
Right,
Hispanic, but my taste in music is probably weird to people like me. You know what I mean? So, but my go-to song is actually from Metallica. It's called From Whom the Bell Tolls.
Oh.
From Whom the Bell Tolls. It's
Is it really that? I thought
yeah.
it was gonna be one from what's that guy?
No, it's from
An EDM song.
EDM. Avicii.
No, not Avicii.
Who?
Uh,
Avicii make me cry.
the one that's like, I think it's called Hell of a Ride.
Hell Override.
Yeah, hardstyle.
Oh yeah, a lot of. Oh yeah. So I used so hardstyle in general, yeah, it does give me pumped. But if I were to choose a song for my go-to song
Yeah.
for my next PR,
Yeah.
it would be From Whom the Bell Tolls by Metallica. That song will make you go through a brick. So imagine you drink a Celsius and you listen to that, it's like you drank 3. So that's my go-to song for that one.
Nice.
For sure.
Nice.
And let's move on to the fourth question that he asked. This one
Okay.
is for both of us. What do you like about each other the most and dislike?
Ooh.
So let me start this one.
Okay. Good.
So what do you like about each other? Okay. So
Why do you-
wait, so about each other? So like what do I like about you?
Yes.
Okay.
And what do you dislike about me?
Okay. So
I think I know what you dislike about me.
So what I like about you is you're really smart.
Thank
You're really, really smart.
you.
Second, and I'm not trying to be cheesy, but like literally,
all the
like
cheese.
literally, without you is life would be hard because you help me so much with the business.
Mm-hmm.
Like like just the paperwork, the admin work, and like it's really hard, and you
Right.
make my life easier. So I guess just kind of like understanding me.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding me and helping me. The third thing that I like is that you listen to me.
Yeah.
You listen to me. And so what do I dislike about you? What I dislike
Well,
about
what
you,
I have
hold
to
up, is that you're stubborn. You talk a lot. You talk back. You like to fight. You
I
like
don't
to not
like
wake
to
up early. You get mad when you wake up. You get mad when you don't have an empty stomach. So yeah, it already
It's so
overpassed what I
funny
like.
that you're saying those things because I swore that the one thing you were gonna say and you didn't say was that I don't write things down.
Oh yes, I hate that so much. So me, I'm really organized. I have a calendar.
These
No,
you're
these
really
K.
organized.
I am organized. But I try to for most of the time. So I write down everything. If I have an appointment, somebody tells me to come get this, go get that, I write it down. Something that bothers me is when I'm with her and I'm like, hey, you should do this on Monday, or hey, you should start doing this. And she just says, okay. Like, okay is not enough. It's going to go through your ear. write it down, you know?
Sorry.
And then I hate when I tell her something and then she forgets about it. I'm like, did I not tell you last week to write it down? So yeah, that's true. That is something I really hate.
Then maybe I shouldn't have. Yeah, but
So, go
hey,
ahead.
hold on.
Go ahead since I went off.
Well, all your points are valid, but don't think that I'm the only one. You also have some defaults.
Tell me. Expose me.
Or some faults, right? Because defaults, that's... Anyways.
Expose me.
Okay. So we're going to start with the good as well. The things that I like about you... You did 3, so I'll do 3 too. But the things that I like about you is that, 1, you...
Damn, she don't know.
Nah, I'm just kidding. No, you're understanding también.
Let me
You're
walk off.
understanding. I like that, like, when I want to, like, tell you something serious, whether it be about my feelings, my experience, or something, like, you know how to listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I have had to tell you, like, hug me or something. It's not something you're used to doing.
All right.
But at the end of the day, I'm glad that you listen to me and that you're willing to make a change. I like when you do those things.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you are also really smart, but, like, not with comebacks, but you're smart with, like, thinking outside the box. Like, if I'm so focused on, like, one problem or whatever, like, you're easy to, like, just go in and, like, make it sound so much easier by saying something different.
Right.
Like, for example, I can be saying how, like, oh, it's because this is this. And then you'd be like, yeah, but this is this is this. And, like, it totally outweighed my reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense. So basically, what I'm just trying to say is that I like how you don't just let me, stay in this little box of thinking that that's it. I like how you like to expand my mind.
Go outside the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So things like that.
Okay.
And I like that you're really ambitious. You did more cutesy things with us, and of course, I am really glad that we work as a team. I think that that's our thing. Huh?
Cutesy stuff? You said I do cutesy stuff? What is that?
No, what I meant to say is that ahorita when you're saying what you like about me was more like on the cute side, where like you love me, and that I'm the best and I'm perfect.
Mm-hmm.
No, but what I was trying to say is that I'm bringing up more like other things. But one I touched on was you're ambitious. I love that you're ambitious. I think that that is really great quality to have. And yes, like you said, on days that I don't wake up early, I'm glad that you're like still staying strong on what you want to do, because that makes me feel that, okay, at least I'm with somebody that wants to be like, you know, like do bigger things and not just someone that goes to work and comes home and then that's the end of the day. But like I said, that's for our relationship. Yeah. I'm really happy that you're like that, because it motivates me to be like that too.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last thing I was going to say is that, of course, that I'm just glad that we work as a team and that you respect me. I think that those are the things that I really like the most, because I feel like working as a team makes, like you said, our life so much easier.
Makes
in
the dream
all
work.
aspects. Yeah. And that you respect me, because that's the biggest thing. I've always told you, I think that respect has to come before love, above all things. And so I'm glad that you do those things. But dislike, yes, you're stubborn.
Oh.
You also want to stay talking back.
That's not me.
I talk back.
That's not me though.
What is he doing right now? No, but that's how you'll be. Like, I'm just like, okay, I talk back, yes, but you just want to say the last word. And sometimes I'm like, why are you so, like, you do it to be annoying. And then that's when I really get mad, because I'm like, Jorge, you're literally trying to piss me off and, like, make me so annoying and, like, get heated. And, like, is this what you want from me? Like, you want me to, like, act crazy because it's just so much. Like, you just keep throwing it at me instead of just, like, silence. I think that's the biggest thing.
You know what? I'm going to start acting crazy back.
I'm just giving an example. You just kind of keep the ball rolling instead of just, like, stop, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's always been a big problem of mine, to be honest.
Like
if mom, you're listening to this, you already know that. Me and her used to, we're the same person.
Yeah, no, so that's how he is. And then I guess another 2 things to say is that another one is I don't like how I mentioned in the last podcast, you say things and trying to be helpful, but it's actually really rude. The way you come at me is not okay. Because you'll say a comment that it was supposed to be nice, but you say it.
No sugarcoat.
And then other than that,
you fucked up. If you messed up, you fucked that up. You know, it's like, no, baby, it's okay. No, like, we fucked up. We're stupid.
And I don't like that, because I can be like crying and this man is just like, we messed up. Oh, well. And I'm like, no, it's not okay. Yeah. You need to tell me everything's going to be okay. He's like, no, it's not okay.
Realistic.
But yeah, no.
But yeah, let's go on a quick little break.
Alrighty, and for our last question
Yes.
from Marco, what is
Our
it?
last question is, what is your favorite sport? I'm gonna go with you because I honestly don't know what your favorite sport is. You've never really told me.
Football.
Football?
I love football. Yes, I
Football?
think that I actually enjoy watching a lot of sports, and I enjoy watching baseball. But I've never been like a big fan of baseball, where I'm like, okay, this is my team. No, I've been more of a football girl. I mean, it all kind of started when I was like 16, 15, around there. But yeah, Dallas Cowboys
Yeah.
for life. Don't come at me, y'all.
DC4L. Okay. So my favorite sport is that's kind of like a father who has. Listen to this analogy. Hold up. It's like a father that has 5 kids, and you're trying to say you're my favorite to one of the kids.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I cannot say what's my favorite sport
That's true.
because I love sports.
But I think men in general
watch-
love sports.
I
but they're
like-
not asking you to do all that because I know. Thankfully, like he said, he's been busier, so I haven't like 100% lost him because there was a time in our life where baseball, football,
Yeah.
this, and I'm like, Jesus, I don't have time for you. Or,
You don't have time for me?
You
Damn.
you don't make time for me.
Yeah.
But no, but that's what he means. Like, I mean, all guys enjoy pretty much every sport,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
I like boxing too, but
Basically,
like I said, my favorite
boxing
one would
is
be
true.
football.
Yeah.
But yours?
So my favorite.
Like favorite, like you said, having to choose your
Oh my
favorite. Choose
God.
your favorite, and nobody else gotta know what is it.
Okay, well, let's be honest here. Football is the best sport. Okay,
Period.
football because one,
Period.
baseball is cool, but the season is way too long. I ain't gonna watch 100 and something games. Football is just to give me 18, and all those 18 count. You know,
Literally.
like
Yeah,
each
yeah,
game
yeah.
counts, so that's what makes it really exciting.
It just gets really hype. Every sport
Yeah.
gets hype. Like I
Right.
said, I enjoy
And
watching.
then hockey, well, I don't know what the hell.
I've never seen a
Um,
hockey game.
what else
I mean,
is
I'm
there?
down to go see one, but
Basketball's cool, but again, a lot of games you can't keep up. I just basically watch like the NBA finals and stuff. And then and definitely the NFL football, Cowboys for life. Yeah.
God bless.
Mhm. And then we have some so yeah, thank you. Appreciate those questions. Really good questions.
Yeah, no,
Made me
honestly, I'm really happy that you sent those because it was
Yeah.
really cool.
Hey,
It
and
was really
everybody
cool.
else watching this, send us questions.
Yes, don't be
Send us
shy, you
questions.
guys.
Like if
Especially
you really
if they're anonymous.
like
Like,
if
I'm
you
not
know
gonna
me and you want to know something about me, ask me. I don't care. But
treat us
let
like
me
we're
go.
complete strangers.
So I'm gonna go. You want me to say these first?
We can kind of switch off.
Yeah, and we can kind of.
Well, honestly, I think you have more questions than me. But
you start off.
Well, I first and foremost want to call out my sister
Oh yeah, I did see that one.
because I'm almost 100% sure
Who's that cute sister? Is that what it is?
somebody said, "Who's your cute sister?" with eye emojis, and I'm almost 100% sure that was my sister.
Pretty much.
So Ellie, if you're watching this,
What should be like? That wasn't me.
she's like, "Who was it? Who was it?"
Yeah, she's gonna text us right away.
DM me and you'll find out. But yeah, no, my
Cool.
sister is Ellie, for those who want to know. And I don't know her but maybe she can comment it down below and then people can go follow her.
Yeah.
All right,
What
baby,
other
you can
person
go.
you? Oh, me.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody asked, opinion on going 50-50 in a relationship. So what does that mean though? 50-50 as in like when we pay stuff, or 50-50 as in like everything we do? Yeah, right?
I think everything you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 50-50 in everything we do. Because I feel like this applies more to like money, no? Like 50-50 on like stuff.
I
So
guess
I
we can
don't-
talk about both. We can talk
Okay.
about like putting in effort and then we can talk about, or not effort, but like you said, like duties around the house, who chooses the dates,
Oh,
who
right.
does
right,
all
right.
that thing. Like all the
So, like, all the
spontaneous, but
chores
also
and
all the
stuff.
chores. Yeah.
So I think I'll go first. I think going 50-50 is really important.
Yeah.
If there's something where like if you believe that the other person that you're with should be doing everything else is like really impossible,
Selfish.
and I don't think your relationship will last a long time.
No,
Okay.
no.
If it doesn't end in a few
Here
few
comes
months,
a rude Jorge.
it's gonna end in a few years, because if you're relying on another person to do everything for you, it's not gonna last, man. So
No.
I think it's really important to go 50-50 on
Yeah.
everything. Financials,
Everything.
cleaning, cooking, simple things as taking out the dogs, washing clothes.
Right.
You know, it has to be 50-50.
Yeah, no, like,
Regardless of who's coming home, or like, you just got to put effort in.
yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And I feel that, especially on the financial side, I just want to touch base on this really quickly. Obviously, in our situation, it is 50-50 where we can be like, okay, tú aportas, yo aporto, right? And we just kind of like roll with it.
We combine.
Right. But what I was going to say is that I know that for some people, in some cases, it'll be like just the guy makes the money and the girl's like a stay-at-home, whether it be a mom or just a wife or whatever. But if you ask me, in my opinion, obviously I'm already in a relationship and that's how we are, 50-50. But if you ask me and I was that person that was a stay-at-home, I would still find a way, just because at the end of the day, I don't think that it's healthy that you have to rely on somebody else, even if they are your partner.
Right.
But like
You
I
should
said,
always
that's
have
just for
something for
another, that's for another topic,
That's true.
another
that'd be a good
podcast.
topic.
But what I do want to say, at least if that were in my situation, I wouldn't do that. Like, I would still want to do something, just because me, myself, I can't just be sitting around doing nothing. And especially to be asking somebody like for money or just rely on that.
But if
I
you're
don't know.
genuinely
It's not my position right now, my situation, so I can't really like speak on that. But at least if that's how, like, us present day right now, if that's how it was, I wouldn't be able to like do that, just because I'd be like, no, I don't feel that I'm doing like just for myself. Exactly, it's for myself. Like, it's not even like, because if he can pay the bills, then by all means, you know. But it's just that, like, I think like for myself, I feel like there's nothing greater than having your own money and having your own things because you worked for it, you know. And a plus is having your partner, you know, and that can also give you the things as well. But I think that it comes from like an independent perspective, like where you also want to do your things for your own. Yeah.
Second question: How I been? I've been really good. Thank you for asking. How you been, babe?
Really good.
Okay, yeah, that was the question. How you been? I've been great.
You know, life happens.
If that's you who asked that, with the little like the tissue thing, go ahead and comment if it was you. If you don't want to be anonymous. What's a childhood? Oh, this is a good one. What's a childhood experience that changed your point of view on life?
Ooh. I don't think I can say mine. Out of respect.
Yeah.
We all have a past. So definitely I have my own past, and I think that, long story short, I did learn a lot about relationships and how a family should be as like your immediate family and siblings. So I mean, I don't want to speak on the situation, but I do want to speak on how like it would turn out for good. I mean, thankfully, like my parents, they're like a really good example of love and teamwork, and that's where I get like a lot of my inspiration from for us in our relationship. And like we both look up to my parents because they give that good example of like respecting each other, working as a team. And most importantly, I think that with me and my siblings, all in all, to say like I feel that we're just blessed enough to have our parents that are together, and they were able to teach us like what a good parent will do for you, and a good parent is going to like, you know, love each other, and that gives us as their kids a good example of love and what we want in our life. So I mean, I'm just glad that my parents are very supportive and happy, loving people, because that is an inspiration for me, both in the parenting and in the relationship aspect. So just really happy with my family, my parents. So love you guys.
Yeah. So basically for me, a childhood experience that changed my point of view on life. Well, I already mentioned one of them was when I failed 11th grade. That's like one of my biggest point of views, but that's not necessarily my childhood. That was more towards adulthood. But that was like the most like life-changing flick. But throughout as a child, I mean, it wasn't really much. I guess just being woke, you know. Like I was just woke as a kid.
Bro,
like,
no.
Like
he was.
I was woke. So like something that also changed my mind was going and cleaning houses with my mom when she used to have her cleaning company. Something that opened up my eyes was when she would go clean houses to people that were successful, like college degrees or like business people, or cleaning offices with somebody who had a business. He tenía él su like meeting desk and like all that stuff. Like believe it or not, but like it got me like, man, like this could be me. You know, like this can well, yeah, you don't have to go. I don't want to say that you don't have to go to college and you don't have, like, I don't want to say that. But it
But
just
you were
opened
just
my
saying-
eyes that there's more to this world, you know, like there's
Yeah.
more that you can do than just getting a normal job.
Right. That there's just more opportunities
There's
than we
more
just think.
opportunity than we know.
Then we're just taught, I guess you
Yeah.
could say. That just
Yeah.
to go to college.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like you said, maybe not speaking on like, no, don't go to college. No. We're not trying to encourage that message. But I think what you're trying to say is that
There's
gave
more
you,
out there.
right, but it also kind of showed you like a business owner side and how like you would much rather have a business like that. Like you said, it would kind of like
Yeah.
kept you woke.
And then
That sounds so funny.
I know. And then also, well, ever since I was a little kid, I was like, man, I don't want to work for nobody. Like, I don't want to work for nobody. And I don't know. I mean, sometimes you just manifest stuff, you know? Like, before my mom opened the restaurant, actually, and she'll remember, I would tell her to open up a restaurant, and I would take care of it. So it's kind of like I manifested that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But let's go on a quick break.
This is going to be the last question of this episode.
Yes.
And it's actually a really funny one. I didn't tell Jorge yet, but it basically says, is at the Jorge Palma your real boyfriend?
Who? No.
You can't, you don't know?
Is.
At the Jorge
I'm
Palma,
dead.
your real boyfriend. All this to say, yes, he is my real boyfriend.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be lying about this.
No. And then I think about that is that, no, I'm just like.
No. But yes, so thank you guys for everybody
Yeah, thank
that
you guys.
actually did send us questions. It was really
Yes.
fun.
Send us more and we'll keep making more.
Yeah, no.
We definitely want to, like, basically this show is for you guys. So ask us questions. Like, maybe you want to know something. I don't know, some random
Right,
stuff.
engage with us. Let us know what you want to
Yeah.
see, and we will do the best that we can, of
Yes.
course, every time.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, like I said, thank you guys for sending in those questions. For those that did, I really appreciate it. And we just wanted to say thank you guys, everybody that is watching, supporting, subscribing, liking, commenting, everything, sharing. I'm really happy and I'm really grateful
Yes.
that you guys are willing to do those things. It really does go a long way. And I'm just really like grateful. That's really all I can say, especially with Thanksgiving around the corner. This is going up on Tuesday. So enjoy your families,
Yep.
your friends.
Have a good
Have a
one.
good time.
Enjoy your family.
Enjoy that turkey,
For sure.
stuffing,
Watch football.
carne asada, whatever you guys do on Thanksgiving. Whatever you guys make, mashed potatoes, corn, all of those things. Eat it up. But
Yeah. For sure.
enjoy your football. Just have a good time. But anything else you want to say, babe?
No, that's basically it. I think we can wrap it up. And before we do leave really quick, though, make sure you follow us on all our social medias. Of course, you're already watching on YouTube. You can listen to us on Apple Podcast.
Yes,
We're on there
we got that
already.
up.
You can listen to us on Spotify. And no, basically just make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you put the bell notification. That way you guys can receive a
Yes.
message whenever we upload. And that's it for me.
Yeah, no. Thank you guys for watching, tuning
Thank you.
in. It was really fun.
Yes.
And we're just excited to see what other episodes are to come. We actually do want to put up a Thanksgiving special episode.
We could.
So stay tuned for
Yeah,
that
okay.
because it may or may not happen, but we're really going to push for it to happen. And so
We'll
let
make
us
it
know
happen.
if you even want to see that. And
Yeah.
if you don't, then we won't do it.
Yep.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no. So like I mentioned, everybody enjoy the holidays. Have a good time. And why are you doing that?
Not bad. Okay.
Why'd you do that?
Just cause.
Were you trying to fix something?
No. I just wanted to tap your thing. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
All right.
It
Yeah, but
really
you guys.
threw me off. I was like in a whole
I know.
speech, and then you just.
My bad. All right, but you guys have a good one. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for
Bye-bye.
watching. See you later.